Well, so Walsh is MIA as usual.
Yeah.
He's probably pooping back there behind there.
No,
Oh, there he is.
I'm running late today. Hello, everyone.
Got his
Your mic's
coffee,
loud, too.
Yeah, I had to get my coffee.
or as I like to call it, his milk with coffee flavor in it.
Hey, where's our other guest?
Hold on, he's coming. So,
What?
yeah, he's coming. Just relax. Everyone relax. He's anxious too to come in. So we have a very special guest for all our OGs out there that have been asking and asking and asking. Where's that other person? You know, we're a 4-man team. Where's he at? Where's he at? When's he coming back? When's he coming back? Boom. There's
Boom.
not Jason.
It's not
Jason.
There's not
It's
Jason.
not Jason.
No,
He's
So
back.
he's
It's
not.
not Jason.
He's not
It's
back.
somebody,
Not,
and they're back.
Not Jason.
Not Jason.
Welcome.
Like, I think it's funny that just slowly we're all ending up in masks. So then it'll just be like next time it'll be Cody
Yeah.
just angry. Just be like, okay, so this.
I'm
is
just gonna
happening.
I'm gonna get a cousin Matt, like just the hair.
Listen.
Just there.
If it happens to me, I want a luchador mask. Like I want to have that all the time.
Yeah,
That's
like
racist.
Yeah.
Nacho
Can't do that.
Libre.
Racist.
Welcome back, Jason.
Yeah.
Not Jason.
Not
Jason.
Jason.
No.
Yeah. NJ.
So
The artist
I know
formerly
not
known
Jason's. I know not Jason's hasn't been here a while, but Bravo Tech tries to get in early before everyone else. Apparently, he logged into this thing at 4:56 in the morning. That's pretty early.
What?
That's
Was
pretty
he even
early.
made? Was he even made that early?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't
no,
even know
it's
how he
PM.
did that.
It's PM, not in the
It
morning.
is PM. I'm
Yeah.
stupid.
I was like, how did he do that?
It said 04:56.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So military
Sorry.
time.
Naturally.
We got old Misfit. Hey, Misfit, tell Jason hello. Not Jason.
Not
hello.
Jason.
Yeah, sorry. That's
Not
gonna be
Jason.
hard. Angry Sarge in the house.
What's up, Sarge?
Oh.
Yeah, Misfit. He kind of feels like a guest, huh? Like a special guest.
Right.
All right.
Where
So
is
we
that?
got old Zachary, the artist. I like that. The artist formerly known as that. That's
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
All right.
Jason.
So we got through the chat there pretty fast. I'm sure it'll pick up here eventually. But like I always like to say when we start this thing off, for anybody that stumbles upon us right now and is like, "What the heck's going on? Why is 2 people have masks on? Where am I at?" We are Thin Line Defense. We like to review guns, tactical gear, outdoor equipment, things like that. So the live chat is our opportunity to talk to you guys one-on-one or in this chat environment. You know, you guys, the OGs like to blast out a bunch of questions, and normally we go off on a little tangent. But we typically like to go back and talk about a video that we had this week and answer any questions, any follow-up questions you guys might have. And then, like I said, we'll go off the rails from there. But we are Thin Line Defense. This is live and welcome. We do this every Thursday at 8:30. So what kind of video do we have this week, Walsh? Well, first
you got to say
first
Central
let's-
Time. Nobody cares about Central Time. So if you're going to say 8:30, you got to say 8:30 Central.
True.
No, everyone cares.
Dude, anytime ever mentioned, they're always East Coast time, and every once in a while they'll correct it for Pacific.
But no
It'll be
one
like
ever
9
says
o'clock,
Mountain
6
Time.
o'clock. Yeah, nobody ever said Mountain Time. I don't care about Mountain Time.
Now,
I'll say
9 o'clock
90% of our country probably doesn't know that Mountain Time exists.
True. True.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyway.
I live in Mountain Time, and I don't even know. Are we the Midwest or the West?
That's a good question. I'd say Midwest, but
Yes.
that's a good question.
I'd say if you're east of the Rocky Mountain, you're Midwest, and if you're in the Rocky Mountain or west of it, then you're West.
That's fair. I mean, that
Like
kind of
Colorado
divides your
can be
state.
Midwest and West, all
We'll
in the
say
same state.
I'm pretty excited. We're on episode 41. I did notice that we talked about being episode 40 last week, so it's pretty awesome. Now I'm gonna say we are generally not the best about like doing one thing every week. Joe usually yells at me because he's like, "Yeah, Walsh, I bought this game to play with you," and then we played one time, and then we never play again. So it's awesome that we've kept this up for 41 weeks. I know we've all kind of mixed in and out here and there, but yeah,
we have been consistent. I'm proud of us. Other than that one time when we were driving, we still had it. It was only 10 minutes long, but we still jumped in there.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
What are we saying here? One is Jason and the other is Casey Jones. Not Jason.
Not Jason.
Yeah.
Not Jason. Well, the mask and Jason Voorhees.
Yeah. We could say that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe I want to just call him Jason because Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, that's right.
But his real name is not Jason.
So I want to give not Jason an opportunity. Tell us how you been. We missed you. We're excited that you're back.
Not excited. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you for filling in for the true Jason.
Yeah.
We'll probably never see true Jason again.
No.
But thank you for taking his spot, not Jason.
You're welcome.
Like,
Joe.
everybody's so confused right now.
But that's fine. Like the OGs.
What is going on?
You know what's funny is
the OGs know what's going on. Yeah.
I'm just going to say this.
This
I
is
wear a
standard.
mask on this show because being on YouTube and being in the public light can make life hard in different ways, right?
It's tough for me. I'm being so famous.
Right.
It's a tough time, guys.
Well, you're just lucky that nothing bad happened. So I wear a mask because of my job. I wear a mask because I just don't want my face out on YouTube and on social media. Jason found that out, and now we have to have not Jason. That's right, not Jason.
See,
does that work?
That is correct.
That's like how Angry Sarge be. He can't. Same deal.
So, and that's exactly, and what Angry Sarge is saying is exactly what's going on. The OG guys know what's going on, but that kind of explains, where not Jason was and has been. So, got that out.
Where he left off to, and why we have to replace him with not Jason.
Yeah, with this new guy that we've never met before.
Not Jason.
That's right. Hey guys, I'm not Jason.
And he has a mask because he really looks like Jason Voorhees.
So not Jason though. Has there been any products that we've been talking about over the past few weeks that you feel like you should have weighed in on that we got wrong?
No, I was actually talking to the guys beforehand that I haven't followed all the live chats. There was a couple that I chimed in on, and when I was on Twitch, under a different name.
Awesome.
But, this is my first time here, so I'm ready to get the ball rolling and just start from here and push forward.
All right.
What
video do we have this week?
What?
I'll let him get to that, but I am impressed how you just kind of molded right into the group, like you've always been here. So I'm impressed with that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, there was some back briefing from Jason.
Yeah.
But I'm not Jason, so just a smooth transition, really.
Yeah. He caught you up pretty well.
Yeah. He did good.
Okay.
I might drop Walsh's first name every so often, but
I still do that. I can't help it.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I do it all the time, and it's like a bad taste in my mouth.
I'm gonna do those things, and I'll be like, okay, it starts with a C, right? Corey.
Yeah. I look like a Corey.
Yeah.
Oh my good. Okay, so Misfit did make a good comment earlier. Cody, did you see that one?
Yep.
That just as good PSA was pretty solid. Yeah, Misfit brings up a good point. Like on the internet, there's a whole lot of this just as good PSA nonsense. But I think Joe really hit the nail on the head, because if you have, and he's gonna make fun of me because I complain about this too. If you can actually repair it and you can change pieces out, it's not that complicated. I did recently put a gun together, and Joe was making fun of me about trying to tighten down a barrel nut. It ended up being very easy, but I drove him crazy with me stressing out about it for like a week. But it ended up being really simple, and it comes down to what he was saying though. If you get a bad barrel, just change the barrel. You don't need to buy a $2,000. I like how I use boutique guns too, because I like that. Yeah. The boutique guns, the barrel is just another piece. If you don't like the receiver set, change the receiver set. If you don't like the BCG, change the BCG. There's no magic sauce that's by somebody else tightening it down instead of you, that you need to pay triple the cost. So I think that's why I like PSAs, particularly as starter guns. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah. And I would go further than to say just starter guns, you know. I need to get my AR-10 out more, but I really want to put that to the paces, and I'm off the show. I'm building another PSA. I ordered one of their $120 lowers, like complete lower for $120 a while back. I think 3 of us did, right?
Yeah.
Walsh, Cody, and I. We all ordered one.
Yeah, I finished that BRN.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy one of their upper and throw it on there. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, and I've been spending my money on other stuff that I'll talk about later in the show. But
Yeah, we don't have that.
yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of their guns, and they operate just fine. I always like the memes and the stories and stuff like that during like Boogoo, zombie apocalypse, or whatever. You know, your $15,000 worth of gear is nothing if you're not trained, because you're just gonna get popped by somebody with the crappy gear, and they're gonna take all your shit.
There's like an M1 Garand, like you get murdered by someone with an M1 Garand.
Yeah, dude. Like somebody like my 6mm arc from 1,000 yards away with a $1,300 gun. Like, woohoo!
You'll
and I'm
never
like,
know.
a scope, and I'm like, wait, I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Oh, I want the pants. I'm calling his pants.
Yeah.
I'm taking them boots.
Aim high. I'm like, Joe, aim high. I need
You need a headshot on this because I want that plate carrier in those boots.
and that really
So
comes
Zach
down
is
to it.
asking, how do you tell if wind bacon goes bad?
That's easy. It never does.
Yeah,
Next
Just
question,
turns into jerky,
or
right?
Not Jason.
right. When you're
Yeah.
dead and you can't eat it anymore, I guess. I don't know.
It just becomes into better bacon. This is a damn good question. So 12 Bravo says that's a damn good question. Why in the hell is Walsh the only one in the group that goes by their last name?
Because Walsh
interestingly,
is silly.
yeah. Well, interestingly too, we kind of go by whichever one, like your first name or your last name, whichever is more common, so which would be more unlikely. So like Joe's last name, you could probably find it by Jason's. That's a good question. Probably should just call him by his last name. So I think we just kind of picked it. I have a super unique first name. Kind of like my parents were hippies. So they're like, oh, we have a flower child. So nobody calls me that. My mom calls me that.
Angry Sarge hit it on the head. He said it's an Air Force thing. And that's true. We typically go by our last names, but I don't think even while I was in the Air Force, nobody really called me by my last name. So
No, because we were in a different career field, though.
Yeah.
If we would have stayed in
even
the
I
other
didn't.
career field, I think.
No, even
You know.
even when I worked with them, I didn't call them.
Even in maintenance, nobody called me that.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
And
I
vehicle
mean, people
maintenance,
call
I'll
me-
always call by my last name.
Call me
And now in my
Combat
current
Cody.
job, I'm. Oh yeah, well, that's fitting. And now in my current job, they call me by my last name. But
Oh, you guys, hey, I know. Do we want to hold it till later? We have our drawing today too. Do we want to hold that?
dang, I say we do.
Just hold
I'm
it.
excited for that. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the video first, and then we'll
Yeah.
get to that.
Yeah, good call.
Are we talking
Yeah.
about the PSA video still?
Yeah. Give us some more. Give us more of your spiel.
Okay, so this is what happened. I explained it on the video. So I had all this stuff to test. So I'm testing the tack on trigger. I'm testing the Crimson Trace Red Dot. I was testing the PSA firearm altogether, and then I'm testing something for a light. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna gather up all. I went out and bought 1,000 rounds of 5.56, and so I said, you know what? I'm gonna gather up all my loose ammo, like all the ammo I have around everywhere, in different places, in cabinets and boxes and Ziploc bags, and I'm gonna shoot that first, and then I'll go through. My goal went to go through 500 rounds in that PSA gun. So I set out to do that, and taking that out. Cody, remember that 5.56, the steel case that I shot through my 223, my single shot 223, and the very first case got stuck out at your house?
Yeah.
And I
Is
had
that the wolf ammo?
it wasn't Wolf, it was off of like Cheaper Than Dirt or something like that. I forget, but I bought it like 15 years ago. So I took it out, and the PSA gun, it ran it pretty well, but I wouldn't say rapid fire. I'm not like machine gun firing this thing, but you saw it in the video. I was cooking off some rounds at a good cadence, and right as it started to heat up, it would stick a case. The first two, I sent the cleaning rod down, screwed cleaning rod together, just the cheap aluminum one, sent it down the barrel, hit it with something, popped out, no big deal. The third one, I broke 3 cleaning rods trying to get that out. So I said, you know what, I'm going to let it cool down, let everything shrink back down. Metal expands when it gets hot. So I'm thinking that the case expanded quite a bit because it's steel, and that's what got it stuck. Let it cool down, beat it out with a hammer, and then ran it for like the last, I don't know, 50 rounds that I had or something like that. So I didn't get all 500. I only got about 200 rounds, 150, 200, somewhere around there. Threw it. I'd like to do more testing, but I mean, what else is there to show? It works. When you pull the trigger, it goes bang. When I put brass through it, it ran just fine. It ran like a champ. I didn't show it's the MOA at 100 yards because it's a 10.5 inch barrel. If you're trying to shoot 100 yards, then just hitting a silhouette is good enough for me. But other than that, I'm really happy with it. I mean, what would I pay for that? $550, I think.
Yeah.
$550 for a AR-15 pistol chambered in 5.56, a 10.5 inch barrel with a SBA 3 brace and mag pull furniture on it, and a full floating rail. Like,
I mean, think of it this way: we run. Let's say, I mean, we're in a horrible scenario, and some guy's like, "Hey, can I come help you guys?" Like, well, what do you got? I have a PSA. Yeah, you're good, man. Like, you're good. You're not gonna be like, "Oh, I have a knight's armament." Like, oh, like if you said that, I'd be like, probably no. Like,
yeah.
You probably never used that. A PSA just like all trashed and like with tape all around it. I'd be like, oh yeah, you're good, man.
No, but like you said, it's a good entry level gun. So if this is like a hobby that you want to get into, like building ARs, PSA is a good place to start. There's stuff is,
and I get what Joe's saying, how it's not necessarily entry level, but I like to say entry level because of what Joe brought up, that you could just build things. Like if you don't, like if you want to start at just a basic platform, you're like, maybe I just want to be here, maybe I want to grow, maybe I don't, maybe I just want to be introduced to the sport. When I say entry level, I mean like enter into the sport, because then you could be like, you know what, I really want this to be a ultra accurate gun. Go get a Criterion barrel and throw it on there like a crazy person, and put some $300 trigger on it, because those are the things you enjoy, and then you didn't spend that much at the beginning.
I wish when I started into the gun world that there was a company that made good quality ARs for $500. I really wish that. When I started, ARs were $1,000.
Yeah.
Bought, it didn't matter.
Yeah, that spike slower. Remember that the first spike slower you got from me was like $200.
130. Yeah, no, 130.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah, but even then, that's like basically Anderson level. Like, oh.
Yeah, right. Like you could get a PSA upper and lower for that.
Yeah.
So
kind of bonkers.
It is what it is. I think some people will say that it's good. Other people, if you've shot a lot and you can tell the differences of triggers and match grade barrel and stuff, maybe that's not for you. But if you're that far into the sport, you're not buying that anyway. Unless it like Waltz. I mean, I bought that just so I could have an AR pistol in my house for home defense. That's why I bought it. Do I use it for that? Not really. I have other gun to use, but it's a gun that I could just be like, here you go.
Yeah.
When I go shooting with other people, like, oh yeah, you don't have a gun? Here, buy your own ammo and bring it with you.
Yeah, it'll be fun. You'll have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't like something, upgrade it.
Bravo Tech mentioned in the comments, he said once the coating on steel cases heats up and starts collecting in the chamber, that's when the cases start sticking. That's why I know steel casing in an AR.
Yep.
Someone ran it. I don't know, maybe it was Pew Pew Tactical. Somebody ran it where they did a test of running straight up steel versus the brass casing. And they said they ran, I think it was like 6,000 rounds of steel, and the AR was completely bored out. It was done. Like the barrel was completely shot out. And they looked at the same brass case one, and it was completely still good at the same round count. They're like, it barely even used. So one is totally trashed at 6,000, which is, I mean, that's like similar round count to like a 6. I mean, the double really 6.5 Creedmoor barrel. I mean, what 308's what 10,000. I mean, you get like 6,000 with steel case. Like, you're giving up something by using that. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You are, and because of the PSA, that's why
Oh, yeah.
I gathered up all this random ammo that I had, because I still had it laying around. I wouldn't shoot it out of any of my other guns. Like, I'm not going to shoot it out of my battle rifle. That's a 200 and what? How much did I pay for that barrel? $200 barrel.
Yeah, well, and same like how I have the BRN 180. Like they gave us that to test. I test the hell out of it. Everything we test, I just slap it in that thing and be like,
Yep.
and it burns. Like that's stupid. So I love that BRN. But this is just an info note for anyone. It ejects rounds directly like this way. So I get all these like metal kisses all over my elbow, and my wife will be like, "Oh, your girlfriend gave you some hickeys today."
That's because you're left-handed.
Yes, I know.
For 90% of the people out there, that won't matter.
No, it won't matter to anybody else.
So Gen Z
buy a
prepper
PSA,
saying
then
buy a
upgrade the
PSA, then
barrel.
upgrade the barrel, then buy a better BCG.
I would just say barrel and trigger. The barrel and trigger are, to me, are accurate. That's where accuracy is. The BCGs are reliability. So if you have reliability issues, upgrade.
And
BCG.
I've yet to have PSA BCG fail, and every single one of my guns, with the exception of one. No, I think that's a nickel PSA BCG. I've never had any problem with them because I wait until they're on sale and then I buy a $70 complete BCG. Like I have two sitting in that locker right now, just waiting for guns.
Yeah, we've had pretty good luck. I think the new PSA BCGs are just toolcraft, and we almost always used OEM toolcraft, and I'm pretty sure, almost 99% sure, the AR-15 bolts are using our toolcraft. I don't know about the AR-10 ones because they're so.
Yeah, the ones that I got recently, they were supposed to be blem. I can't see the blem on them.
Yeah.
Which one?
And they're MPIs.
One of the Beowulfs had an issue with the gas key. Which one was that?
That was the Artemis, but those are so custom built though. But that was the Artemis. That was the one we built for the customer. That was the Artemis BCG. But remember, we just emailed that CEO and he was like, "Tell you what, send me the carrier, and I'll just send you my own personal one that I know works."
Yeah.
We're like, what the hell? He like overnight us a carrier. I was like, thanks. So he didn't. That for some reason that carrier didn't work. He took it back and tested it, and it worked just fine for him. So I don't know.
Yeah, that gun just didn't like it for some reason.
No, just didn't work. So,
but it's like Legos. I mean, I'm glad that people watched it and people enjoyed it. I'm sure I'll get some hate on that one. But I'll run PSA rifle until somebody convinces me that they're crap. I'll run them.
Yeah.
Get it, Cody.
What does it say?
Oh, I was gonna add one thing. So when I was building this 9mm AR, you guys gave me a little grief because I already had the PSA lower, remember? And y'all were like, "No, just get the Aero stuff." And I was like, "I'm gonna just get this for now," and I like it. I mean,
yeah,
I don't see another. I mean, I got a Aero upper, but I don't see any reason why I'm gonna need to change it. It looks
why I
fine.
like the Aero M4E1 lowers is a couple reasons. Number one, they're cheap. They're cheap compared to like spikes and everything else.
Right.
Number two, they have the built-in trigger guard and stuff, which I just like the looks of them. Number three, they're always really good quality. And number four, all the things that I would want to upgrade on a lower, it's already upgraded. So your bolt catch, bolt release, instead of having a roll pin that you have to punch in, it's a threaded pin.
And that is amazing. Just so everyone knows that, like, Joe watched me build mine, and he was like, "Oh, well, you're basically done. You have all the easy stuff. You don't have to penny pins or anything. Oh, you're done." He's like, "You have one pin you got to do." And I struggled with it, and then he was like, "Good news. You don't have any other pins."
If you buy, Jason showed them to me. If you buy the tiny little set screws, and then you clip the takedown pin spring, you clip that. You just cut a little bit off of it, and you shove the detent and then the spring in, and then you put that little end cap. Then every time you take off your buffer tube, you don't have to worry about the spring popping out. And those are the two big things that I like about Aero, and they come on the M4E1 already, and it's cheaper. So Cody, why I was saying it is if you paint it. If you're gonna paint a gun and you're gonna spend the money to Cerakote a gun, hundreds of dollars to get it painted, you better make sure that it's exactly what you want to keep forever. And then on top of that, because there's no roll pin to beat in, it's a lot easier to paint those and keep them nice.
Oh,
When
yeah,
I
that's a
paint-
good point.
Changed mine out.
Yeah.
I've changed my pins out, and I can do it even with. I just do the tape over the edges where I'm near, and I just take them out, and I switch something out and put them back. But I'm not.
when
sitting
I
like,
paint upper and lowers, if they're M4E1s, then I'll take off the forward assist and I'll take off the bolt catch bolt release and paint it, and then those will go back on and they're black. But if it's not, then I'll leave them on the gun and I'll paint those too. They'll go the same color of the gun. The trigger, the mag release, all that will be black. The selector switch will be black, but the bolt catch bolt release and the forward assist will all be the same color at the gun, because I'm not going to pound roll pins into a gun I just painted. I did that once on
makes sense.
Walsh's gun and it chipped it.
I mean, because you can see these perfect hammer marks, like, and he was like, "Dang it!"
Yeah, and I didn't.
Go ahead, Cody.
Yeah, and I didn't think about that, but that's a good point. And when I do go out to Joe's and get my gun painted and that gun candy, I'll definitely have the new lower for you.
Yeah.
What you got to say
That's
about
the only
that?
reason.
Not Jason. You
What
awake?
was that? I didn't hear the question.
Like, I was asleep.
I was like, what you got to
Repeat
say
that.
about that? Not Jason.
Well, I was thinking that Jason was telling me about some of those things that Joe had mentioned. You know, the Aero Precision lower it's. I think all of my ARs are all Aero. Now there's a couple Gray Ghost lowers that I have, but just the ease of use on the Aero is why I like going with them.
Yeah.
And I've seen a couple guys. I know, like Misfit was talking about it. Some people like to use those. Those phase 5, whatever those stupid things that come down, that connect in, and you can do the bolt release and everything from in the trigger guard. Sometimes those work, and sometimes
like
they don't.
a bad lever.
Yeah, the bad lever. We all started. I started using those, and I got away from them because they don't work in some lowers. Particularly when you get to the crazy ones, like the higher end lowers. They're made differently, and they're very unlikely to be compatible with as many things. Once you start really getting away from the normal design, the less things actually become compatible if you want to use them.
I bought one back when I was kind of new to it, and I just thought they looked cool and everything. And I ran into two things. Number one, that's a lot of leverage that you're putting on that bolt catch bolt release. That's a lot of leverage. And number two, I realized that I'm training bad tendencies into my shooting. We've talked about this. Like, if you're a left-handed shooter, you should learn how to use a right-handed gun, because when the crap hits the fan and somebody gives you a gun, or you have to pick up a different gun, it's going to be a right-handed gun. I feel the same way with all of those extra switches. So if you're used to sending the bolt forward with your shooting finger, and that's how you've done it for the last 5 years, every time you got into the range, when you're under all that stress and everything, and you do a quick reload, you're going to automatically go for that lever. It's not going to be there, and that could cost you your life.
Like, how many times too with Joe, I'd be troubleshooting a brand new gun, like I hadn't done anything, and like it's doing weird cycle stuff, and you're like, well, start over, take all that crap off.
Yeah.
So we take like all the bad levers, we take all the doo-doo off of it, and the cycle is just fine. It's like, okay, now go back, add one thing at a time, and like the bad levers, the phase 5s, we've used all those, and every once in a while they'll just throw in a wrench, or you'll just put your hand in a weird spot where you're not even realizing you're causing a malfunction, and you will until you take it off and realize what you're doing. But we went through that so many times that we just basically gave away all the bad levers. We're like, this is not worth it. Like,
you're introducing your own malfunctions into it.
Yeah, and it was
bit.
just slowing us down. Like, it was like the guns were performing worse with it. So it's like, how am I may be faster, but I'm less consistent and less reliable because I'm going to induce this malfunction in a high stress environment. So yeah.
Yep.
So John was saying, for those of you that like Aero but also like building 80% lowers, Broken Arrow Armory makes a nice lower, both small and large frames that mate up great with Aero.
Oh, really?
And also uses set screws, Joe.
Nice.
That's
I don't do 80%. I don't do it.
P80 Ralph does, and Angry Sarge do if he's around.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do 80% pistols, but not ARs.
Not Jason. This is Harry Balzonia right
Yeah.
here.
Hey, what's up, Harry?
This is so.
Jason's told me a lot about you.
I think we should have another moment of silence just to respect the fact that Harry has not angered the YouTube gods yet again. He's gotten to keep his account for the 4th week now, which is
In
fantastic.
a row. All
A
right.
month. I'm proud of you, man. Good job.
What was I gonna say?
What else?
Oh, I noticed. Did you guys notice this? That so Aero and Ballistic Advantage, they're pretty much. I don't know the ins and outs, but in my mind, they were the same company.
Yeah, they're the
Ballistic
same.
Advantage was making barrels, Aero making the handguards, upper and lowers, right? Have you guys went on to Ballistic Advantage website lately?
They have a new handguard that they released.
Yeah,
Really?
so they're making all the same stuff as Aero was, but I actually like that spade, the spade. I don't know,
Emblem.
emblem
Yeah, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that
better
better
than
too.
the Aero. So
Yeah.
it's the same exact thing of buying an Aero, only it's Ballistic Advantage. And if I'm going to throw a BA barrel into a gun, yeah, they have the Grendel barrel back. If I'm going to throw a BA barrel into a gun with a VG6, comp, then I think from now on I'm going to buy Ballistic Advantage. I mean, it's the same thing at the
It's the
Arrows.
same ones, yeah. It just
Yeah,
has.
it's the exact
I
same
see what you're
ones.
saying though. I do like the little. I like the BA.
Yeah, there's
You
a
can
little
see that?
emblem.
Yeah, yeah. I like the little spade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
It's all the same parts, and then their lowers. Welsh, if you can look up the lower, it's the same way. So it's the M4E1. It's just branded a Ballistic Advantage instead of an Arrow, which is
Where
cool.
would that be?
Interesting.
I don't know.
I don't think it's
I
in
can't
merch.
read any of that.
Like I can't read any of that. It's not barrels. It's not under uppers. It's under parts. Spare parts.
I don't know.
No, I know they have lowers.
Receivers.
Look, there's receiver.
parts.
Go back.
Where? Oh,
Receivers.
Receiver.
oh, golly, I'm the tech
Oh,
guy.
look at there.
Jason would tell you you're an idiot.
I'm the tech guy.
I think that's the 308. Yeah, click on that one.
This one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
that's
love
the
that. Look at that.
M4E1.
Yeah.
See?
Now
I
I
like
like that
that.
way better than the. I like the big.
And I don't
Aero
mind the
thing.
Arrow one, but if I'm
I
going to
like
throw a
that.
Ballistic Advantage barrel into it anyway, might as well buy the matching upper and lower and handguard.
How much is that?
Cool.
It's the same price as Arrow stuff.
It's $3.99.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
Pretty
can
good.
get them at your local shops for like anywhere right around $90. Sometimes they'll be marked up a little bit. Sometimes you can find them.
Oh, I mean, you could just put a $240 trigger in it. Yeah, okay, guy. I'm telling you right now, you don't need that.
What?
You could just.
Oh
you
yeah,
have
all the furniture.
You have the option to put on a $240 Geisley trigger. Like you
Oh.
don't need that.
Not that
Mm.
trigger. I might spend the $300 for the tack-on. Oh, speaking of tack-on, I spoke to JJ.
Ooh.
I'm still waiting for the flat-faced. He didn't elaborate. He just said it's not ready yet.
Mm.
So I don't know. I'm getting antsy. I might rip all that. I have the Blackhound scope on that upper. I'm gonna make a DMR, but I might rip it all off and turn it into my battle rifle.
Yeah, we got a battle. I don't know though. I don't know which one I want to put together because I have that short barrel 6.5, but I don't know how it would do against a high quality 15. Well, properly configured. You know, and that's something I got into a debate with someone on Reddit. I mean, weird. That's something I tend to do a lot. And they just couldn't comprehend the idea that there are good combinations of things and there are bad combinations of things. You can use anything. Like if you put a 1 to 10 LPVO on a 10.5 inch, you can use that all day. But that is a generally bad combination. And so I was trying to explain to this guy, I'm like, listen, you have a gun that is maximized for speed. Like you're trying to get as much speed as you can and weight. Like you want to minimize weight to maximize speed. And then you put an optic on that
weighs more than the 4-inch barrel that you cut off. It weighs
heavy.
4 times as much.
Right. And then but then your optic is sacrificing speed for accuracy. It's like, so you have I was like, your mission, like you can do whatever you want, man. He got super mad. I was like, but your missions don't line up. You're giving up speed for accuracy over here, and then you're giving up barrel length and speed.
Yeah.
Like you're giving up muzzle velocity for speed here. Like nothing makes any sense. Oh yeah, he got super mad.
Like you can mount a 3 to 9 scope on a pistol. I don't know why you would, but you could.
Yeah, you do. You do great. And I hate to say
Good
this,
luck finding a holster.
but even like people don't talk about this. Like those 1x10s, people think that like a super expensive like 1x10 Vortex Razor, like you spend $2,000 on an optic, you can do anything. Yeah, anything except for anything inside 15 yards. If you do anything close range, like room clearing or house clearing or home defense or actually close, it warps that image so much. And it's not just one optic. All the LPVOs do it. As you get too close, it just can't bounce the optics right to give you a true 1x. You get too close for the 1x to work. And room clearing in like a 2-foot distance with an LPVO, yeah, good luck.
Yeah. And then try it with the lights off.
Yeah.
Like everybody's just going to the range under perfect condition and tries this stuff out.
Yeah.
But again,
during not
mission
perfect.
dictates gear. So
Yep.
if you're room clearing, why are you in the stack with that big ass gun anyway?
Yeah.
But that's
Well,
why
I
it was
think
driving me
that's
so
a point
crazy.
that
It was
Walsh is
this
making.
it was this home
Yeah,
defense gun with like this super monster scope, and I was like, "Hey man, not trying to be a jerk. That's not a good
Yeah.
combo." And he got super mad.
If you need a scope that you're shooting further than 50 yards with your home defense gun, you're going to jail.
This dude was trying to tell me that he could shoot out to 800 with 5.56 in a 11.5 inch barrel. He's like, I'll have no problem shooting out that far.
I've done it in a 16-inch barrel, but I don't know, man. And maybe you can. But if that's your home defense gun and you're shooting at 800 yards, you're going to jail, dude. Like, I don't care what state you live in. Like, even if you're in the great state of Texas where you can shoot somebody for looking at you sideways, I'm lying. You can't do that. But
yeah, don't do that. You can't do it.
You cannot articulate in a court how you're in fear for your life at 800 yards away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Misfit says LPVO under 15 yards sucks. Got to go with offset irons red dot.
And then again brings me back to why I like those Reddit causes people to buy dumb. Yes, that's my problem. That's why I really like those mid-range optics. I'm really starting to like them a lot more, like the 3 to 10s, because you don't lose out on any of the crap that doesn't really work on an LPVO anyway, and you're paying extra for. Yeah. And then you're going to use an offset red dot anyway, or offset irons. Like you're already going to do that. So yeah, I think it's a better move.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still old school, and I still have my red dot with my 3-time flip out magnifier.
I don't think that's old school. I don't at all, because I think, and Hop was talking about it. I always go back to that. Like you're always trading one thing for another. So with the red dot, you're maximizing speed and giving up accuracy. And as you go further up the scale, like you start to, add magnifiers. Well, now you're a little bit slower, but you're still got speed. And you had LPVOs where you're not as fast, but you got a lot more accuracy. Then you go to a scope. I don't think there's anything, if you came and cleared a room, and I've used a lot of optics, particularly close range, that you're going to be faster multi-target within 5 yards than a red dot. Like there's no way a scope or an LPVO is going to be faster. And then the magnifier lets you reach out if you have to. But like Cody said, mission dictates gear. If you're building a rifle that's designed to operate close range that can then reach out 200 or 300 yards, yeah, do that red dot, throw a magnifier on it, call it a day.
Yeah, Bravo's got a good point here, though. I mean, we do training when we're doing CQB stuff where it's you're not using iron sights, you're not even bringing the gun up to your line of sight. It is basically center of chest and where you face. That's how you're clearing rooms or you're clearing stuff within 2 feet. Yeah, you're not even going to be wasting the time to bring it up to your eyesight.
Exactly.
That's a good point too. Why spend the, and that's true. Why spend the time to even
bad training.
Yeah.
But I mean, my go-to home defense gun is what Cody has, my AR pistol, 9mm. It's pretty short, but that I'm not wasting any time because it's already up on my cheek. You know what I mean? I'm not drawing. I'm not in the low ready when I'm clearing my house.
Yeah.
If something goes bump in the night, that thing's staying right here, and it's not getting brought down until I see reds and blues showing up.
No, and look at Misfits. I got one of these hidden on here somewhere. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I'm here. Like a Romeo 5 is fantastic. A hollow sun is fantastic. Don't get stuck in these crazy. You need a $700 red dot. Woof. That is some marketing magic that they have sold to a lot of people. And I think Joe particularly does a good job in showing what you can do and how the difference between marketing and knowing how to shoot. You could take $1,000 rifle and shoot out to 1,000 yards. I could do some magic with $100 red dot. Am I any better with the $700 red dot? Absolutely not. Like, it's still a dot. It just lets me smash it with a hammer. Why would I do that? If
say you designed something 20 years ago and it was state of the art and you put a lot of R&D money into it. It was state of the art. Nobody had ever seen anything like this. And you sold it to the government for $800 a pop and they bought them like candy, right? Then the civilian market started buying them because all the military had them. Those are your expensive red dots.
It doesn't mean they're good. Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome, but technology caught up so fast. I can't see what you're pointing
It's
at.
a church gun.
Oh yeah, ACOG.
But like,
but
I think hollow
technology caught up so much that the same durability. I can't say the same. Similar durability can be bought in a red dot for in between $100 and $200 nowadays.
Yeah, well, going back to what Walsh was saying, like you pay $100 for a Romeo 5. If you were to go drop $600 on an Aimpoint T2 or however much they are, is that red dot 7 times better, or is it going to make you 7 times better? And you can use that with anything, not just guns. Yeah, there's so much stuff on the market now, and I think competition is good because it drives down prices and it builds quality up. And again, not just in the gun community, in every community.
Yeah. And it just says a lot too that anyone in this live chat, and probably most people in the comments, I could say, hey, you go show me your Romeo 5. Because we're going to have them because they work well, they're cheap, they're inexpensive. There's nothing extremely flawed. The red dot's kind of this, it can be, sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's a smeary mess. But either way, it's like, it doesn't matter. I can hit what I'm aiming at. It doesn't matter.
Cody said that this is discontinued. But this is what I'm throwing on my battle rifle. This is the Romeo 7, and it is almost identical to one of the $800 optic companies out there.
And it looks like
I can say
it looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost identical to an Aimpoint. It takes the battery, but yet where the Aimpoint doesn't have shake to wake, it's either on or off and chewing up your battery and stuff like that. This has all of SIG's technology in it for, I think I paid $170 for this. Mm-hmm. For $170, I have a optic that's almost identical to an $800 optic out there, but it has more technology in it.
And something I want to highlight on too is people really get sold on durability. They're like, oh, I need a really durable optic. I need this Aimpoint because you can smash it with a rock. Like, listen, you have to realize that any of us in the military, we're given these things and we have to give them back. Have you ever been let use something that you have to give back later? You don't.
When's the last time you took a rental car out that you had the walkaway insurance on it?
Yeah.
Like, what'd you do with that rental car?
You trashed it.
Yeah. I've been off-roading in a little Chevy Aveo, dude.
And listen, if you go camping, you borrow someone's sleeping bag and you pee in it, you don't care. Nobody cares. It's not yours. Like,
you're never using my sleeping bag ever.
And so it's the same. So this is why those optics have to be so durable, because number one, you have people who aren't the brightest holding on to things that aren't theirs, nor do they care about. So if they're literally smashing them on a rock, they have to be built for that, because that's likely what's going to happen. If you own your own things and you bought them and you smash them on rocks, then you deserve to buy another one.
Yeah, or like in training when you're taking your rifle and you're constantly doing, like, this is the technique for the butt stroke in the heavy bags, right? And then somebody else comes up and takes that same rifle and just repeatedly beats it. And that happens for the entire group of people. Like, that's what it has to withstand. Not one time butt stroking somebody because they're too close to you.
Yeah, it's a whole class.
And Jason, not Jason.
Not Jason.
Sorry. Today in the chat, didn't you post a Romeo 5 with like 10 Magpul mags, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't. someone
For
else had
180.
posted it.
That other guy, yeah, the other
The
guy.
other guy posted it. Yeah, it was a Romeo 5 10 PMags, Gen 2 PMags for 190.
Can't beat
Yeah.
it.
So even if you
Can't beat
think
it.
you can usually find those Gen 2 PMags for $7 each. So
That's $100
$70.
optic.
That's $120 optic.
Yeah.
Right. So here's my buddy.
Brownell's has it for 110 right now. It's been for 110 through Brownell for like, I don't know, a month, 2 months.
So my buddy Sean says I don't get to borrow gear anymore. He usually lets me borrow a lot of gear.
I didn't think he lived near you anymore.
He
No,
pees on it.
He lives near. I gotta get him with you, Jason. We need to get him on. We need to get him on the channel one of these days. He would be super.
Not Jason.
Yeah, not Jason.
He lives near not.
I was
he
so
lives near
confused.
Not Jason.
Yeah.
Did we comment? Did we comment before on how Dr. Dole's in here? Misfit's saying hi to him. I miss Dr. Dole showing up.
Where's Dr. Dole at?
He's showing up right here.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There's all these good comments.
Hey, don't we have to talk about EDCs?
Oh, I did not. I am not.
Well,
yes, people sent me that, and I am
we're
not
at-
prepared.
We're at over 45 minutes. You want to do the giveaway before we forget?
Let's do the giveaway. And then
Bunch of old
I know
farts.
Misfit and a bunch of people did send me their EDCs. I'm sorry, I have all that stuff, but I'm trying to do a million videos all at once. I have one cool one come out tomorrow and Sunday. I will fix it. We'll fix it for Thursday, we'll try and fix it tonight even. But I know everyone's here. We have 26 viewers, so
I know, right?
that's a good bit. So
Yeah.
everyone is here because let me share my screen.
Hey,
Have
we
our
need to
giveaway.
determine if they have to be present to win.
No, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way?
No.
This should work that way.
No.
I'll pull Jason later on and ask him.
Call Jason. Hold on, I gotta figure out how to share my screen.
Are we going to do that for next month? Like, you have to be present to win?
How do we know if they're here? So, okay.
Because they comment like, yay,
We can-
I won.
Oh,
Yeah,
What
we
do you
can
mean, how
step
do you
it
know?
up.
so look. Okay, so look how fancy this is. So we have 150 entries. That's how many people we end up getting. So,
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie to you. We are going to be able to do this next month. And I will tell you a little secret about what we're going to be giving away next month for the next month's giveaway from Primary Arms near the end of the live chat. So I'll tell you all about that. But that won't delay us from doing this one. So I have everyone's entry. So if I hearted your entry, that means you got put in. If your entry didn't get hearted, that's probably because you got muted on the channel because you're an a-hole, and I don't care.
My comment didn't get harder.
I don't know if mine did or not.
Cody's like, I didn't get hearted.
Yeah, right.
I didn't get a heart.
Just to let everybody know, we don't get free stuff, so we all entered this too.
No, you better not. I did not enter.
I
Look
did.
at Zach.
I did.
Zach said, "Yay, I won. I'm practicing."
See?
Uh,
Yeah,
Okay,
next month
so-
you have to be present to win.
Okay, so I have everybody's
Okay.
name in here. So I'm just going to shuffle it a whole bunch of times. Can you see me shuffling it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look
Yep.
at all these. Oh, yeah. So I'm just going to shuffle it a whole bunch of times. And then when we're ready.
This is pretty fancy. This is when you step up as our tech guy.
No, he actually bothered to do your job.
His
All right,
his
ready?
microphone's not working, but hey,
Oh, my microphone's not
It's
working.
working. It's
It
working.
is.
It's working.
I'm being sarcastic.
Now? Oh, my God. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, here we
Come
go.
on,
Let's see
man.
what our winner is.
Come on, man.
Oh shoot!
Joe, you can't
It's
win.
happening.
Yes, I'm gonna win, dude.
No.
Yeah, it's a whole different channel.
I removed
It's
your
happening,
name.
guys.
I didn't
Here we
remove your name.
go.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
I saw Mike Hawkswell.
Big
Oh,
whammy.
Oh,
Or big
come
money,
on.
no
No
whammy.
whammy, no
Anybody
whammy,
we
no
know?
whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Come on.
Oh, Mr. Chicken Eat 'em.
Oh,
Oh,
I can't even see the names.
oh, is someone getting jammed up?
go.
Oh,
Hey.
so congratulations
Dang it.
to Galen Tong. I'm going to message you on, actually, no, I'm going to tell you, I will contact you. Yeah. And have you email us and we'll verify you're a winner. And then we'll get all your information from you.
See, if they're not present to win, right? Then how do they
So-
even know if they're a winner?
Well, if they don't claim the prize, we'll just roll it again next week. And we'll
Bingo.
get, hey,
See,
didn't
they
claim
should
it.
have to claim it right now.
We'll do that next time.
Not
Okay,
everybody,
next
not
time.
everybody can be available.
Well,
Well, I mean, we
That
do need to
sucks.
do something special for the guys in the live chat. I agree with that.
All right.
But
We could do it. I have a really ugly Olight we could give away to them. No, we'll find something better.
Hey, but like if he doesn't, we'll give him a week, and
Yeah.
by next Thursday, if they don't contact
roll
us
it.
and say, "Hey, this is me," then we'll give it to somebody else.
I'll tell you what
Yeah.
though.
I'm
Primary
gonna
arms,
go on. I'm gonna go on right now and make my own YouTube channel named Galen Tong.
Mike Hogg.
Be like, hey guys, I won.
Hey guys.
I'm
gonna
Galen
send it to my neighbor.
underscore Tong.
Somebody wants to win Joe's mask.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
A prize for Joe's mask.
No.
That's gonna cost some money.
Right? This
Hey,
this was a gift.
I'll tell you what. So, primary arms, they are pretty awesome. So I bet you I could talk to them and see if they do something just for the live chat folks. Or even, you know what? Since we could, hold on a minute. We haven't done anything with this yet. Do we want to audible the November giveaway and just have it be whoever's in the live chat?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
You have to be present to win. Like
Okay.
you have
How
to be
long
present in the live chat to win.
It doesn't take long to build that wheel, right?
No, I could build it while they're talking, and then be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you guys got an hour to comment. I'll build that wheel while we're talking, and then we'll roll it. And then like if you
And
comment,
we'll just build it off of who comments in the live chat.
Oh man, Galen's
that
gonna
okay,
be
Jay?
pissed.
You okay? Huh?
No.
Galen's
No.
gonna be mad.
no,
No, he's
no,
getting
he-
his. He's getting
He
his.
wins this one.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Yeah.
next month.
So
let's do
okay,
that.
so those of you that are in the live chat who are the ones that are here for it all. So then we're gonna do a giveaway for our primary arms optic next month, where we're gonna do it in the live chat. We'll pick the live chat we're gonna do. It'll probably be, I don't know, around Thanksgiving. So no, that'll be bad. We'll pick a date. I'll let you know what day it's gonna be, and then we'll build it and we'll roll it. The November giveaway prize is going to be a primary arms MD25 ACSS. So it's the red dot that I showed off. So it's going to be that one. And
Ooh.
again,
I'm entering that too.
if we get, no, you can't be in the live chat. And then again, one more time, if we can get enough people, we can do it one more time in December too. So let's rock this and get a bunch of people. There are people in the chat. They're like, don't tell anyone that they're gonna do this. 'Cause they'll be like,
Don't tell anyone.
don't tell anyone. Just come to the live chat. Don't comment one time. Nobody says anything. Don't tell any friends. Nothing. So,
Don't tell any friends.
Now-
while we're
You're
here-
breaking your friend's phone and crap. Like, oh, sorry, you dropped your phone in the river.
Hey, so since we're saying it here now, let's just make it official. We're gonna pick a Thursday in November that we're gonna make this happen. I say, just me looking at numbers, we do the 18th.
Sure.
Okay.
What are we gonna
I
do
don't
about
care.
Thanksgiving? That's a Thursday.
Is it on Thursday?
It's always.
It's gonna
on
be
Thursday.
it's gonna be Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Go see your family.
I could do a whole show. We do all of our
Yeah, we
Thanksgiving
should
stuff
totally do a
earlier
show,
in the
a
day.
Thanksgiving show. It'd be like the
Yeah,
Lions
that's true.
playing football.
Come
Right?
8 at
Lions
night.
playing
I could-
Thanksgiving.
I can make one of the turkey hand masks. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, but I
Oh,
think a lot of
yeah.
people. Okay, everybody in the live chat. Would you have trouble if we did it on Thanksgiving, or would you rather do it on the 18th, like the Thanksgiving?
Don't ask
one?
them.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
ask them.
No.
But less people will probably be available on
That's what I'm
Thanksgiving.
thinking.
No,
That's what
I'm saying the giveaway fine on the 18th, but
Yeah.
Okay.
we're
should
still
do a
doing a
show
show
Oh,
on
okay.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So 18th.
Got it.
The 18th is the see Dr. Dole. He made it official. Dr. Dole, the 18th. So the
Okay.
18th, we're gonna all come in here, and whoever's in here talking, commenting, doing stuff, we're gonna roll it. And at the 1 hour mark, we're gonna spin the wheel. He'll be like, "Walsh, it's time to spin the wheel. See who wins the MD25." I'm like, "All right."
Now, Walsh, you brought up a good point about the 52nd episode. What are we gonna do for that one?
Oh,
We'll come up with something.
Oh, the year
But-
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should do something
Yeah.
special.
I bet.
I think what we should do is all the stuff that Jason had from all those boxes that all the subscription boxes. We should have Jason's kids just like put good stuff in a bag and put bad stuff in another bag, and not Jason about it. And then we could give it away, and we pick two people on the live chat. It's like, you pick.
Yeah.
Bag A
Yeah,
or
that's
Left to right. Yeah.
I think we
I
should
like
do
that.
it.
too. I like
Hold
it.
on. I'm willing to take it up a notch. I think we should do, because I have a whole bunch of stuff we can give away too, and some of it is really bad.
Yeah, but let's just make it all mystery. Nobody
Yeah.
know what they're gonna get.
Yeah. So you could be like,
Like,
you got this really cool
congratulations,
box,
you won this, and we're gonna
Yeah.
send it to you.
but you have no idea.
I got
No,
I got
they don't
one
even
more
know what it
idea.
is. It's just like you got to bet.
One more idea, though.
Choose A or B.
And this is for the live chat. So whoever wins those 2 prizes has to come on the live chat and show everybody else what they got.
Oh, like unbox it.
Unbox
Yes.
on the line.
Yes.
How-
That'd be
Yes.
awesome.
Because
Yes.
I want to see the disappointment on somebody's face that gets that mustard hat.
mystery trash.
Yes.
Whoever gets, oh, I forgot about the mustard hat.
Yes.
Mustard is a nice word for it. That's
Yep.
It is a nice word.
that's a nice
Instead
word
of
for
baby diarrhea.
it. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna do the weekly knife.
Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
But listen to this comment, real quick. There needs to be a loyalty gift for being the only person watching on.
Matt is normally the only one that comes from Facebook. I do appreciate that.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
They're arranged for.
It's gonna be something old and outdated, just like
okay.
Facebook.
I want to say thanks, Samuel. I know Cody, you're mentioning him. This is the first one of the first few times he's came to join our live chat. I knew him back when we used to do car stuff together. Back when I was working on cars, and Joe helped me make my car ridiculous, and now it's normal again. But he was actually one of the guys who taught me a whole bunch of stuff about detailing and all that stuff. So he's awesome.
Nice.
And now I teach him about building guns. He built this Grendel, which is awesome.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, Samuel. Nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right. Take this, take down Galen.
Yeah. So congrats,
Sorry.
Galen Tong. I will reach
Yeah.
out to you and we will get you everything. Whenever you win these also, Primary Arm is going to send them directly to you. So you're going to get me your shipping info and then I'm going to get to them and they're going to send it directly to you. That's why you can't be in other countries and win and because legality is that. Okay. Joe, you got it.
Okay.
How
So
do I get-
hi, Cody.
Hold on. I want
No.
Joe to be big.
This one.
Okay, so I thought we were doing everyday carry stuff. So I brought this knife. Some people already know what this is. This is the K-bar weapon retention knife. So this knife is designed to be drawn with your support hand. You can swap that clip to either side. But what happens is the handle goes towards the inside of your seam. So if you have a gun on and a holster, right back way up here. So if you have a holster on, what you do for weapon retention, you push down and you keep the gun in the holster. This knife is designed to just draw straight up and come across the forearm. And doing so will make somebody absolutely let go of your gun. So this is kind of an everyday carry. I saw a picture. I forget who sent their picture in, but they had a K-bar weapon retention knife part of their everyday carry kit. And I'm like, you know what? That's a great knife to show off today. So yeah, K-bar, weapon retention. I like this little knife. It's still razor sharp. I don't use it as an actual knife. I want it to be razor sharp if I ever have to use it. But that's it. You make me smile again, Cody.
But so to go back on the history of TLD, that was kind of when you made those knives for us.
Yep.
That was kind of what inspired you, correct?
Yeah, so the very first knives that I made, I was just bored. I had to take like 10 days of leave. And after day 5, I had done everything around my house and had been a couch potato long enough, and I was bored. I'd always wanted to make my own knife. So I went out into the garage. I had heard that you can make them out of old saw blades, which I had one. And I just took the saw blade off and made, put this down on paper and traced it and made this knife. And back then it was called Death Dealer Knives, right? And not Jason. If he's around Jason, actual Jason has not Jason Voorhees, not Jason, but actual Jason has #1 knife. That was modeled after this.
Awesome.
You sound like a robot in mine.
Hmm.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I am.
I didn't see this one. You ain't
did
gonna
give
get
away
much of a
codes
prize
there.
for that. Actually, I haven't shaved my head.
Actually,
Look, I didn't shave my head this week. Look how long this is. It's getting
Yeah.
in my eyes.
But if you get Cody back hair, it would look like Reba's old wig.
Or updo.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
could make a wig. You can make a Reba wig out of your back hair.
My back's not that bad. My chest is pretty hairy. So we're at an hour.
Hey, Cameron has a question. I can't highlight it.
What does
I'm
it say?
saying right now, I don't know
Anyone
if I've
got any
lost my mind
recommendations?
either. I can't find Galen Tong's comment either.
Anyone got any
Oh.
recommendations on a plate carrier for a 125-pound woman? I bought my wife level 4 plates, but having a hard time finding a carrier.
Yeah.
Ooh, what was
So
that
one of the things that I would say, if you check out Walsh's videos on his plate carriers, he actually, every single one, he talks about how well they fit his wife, and they'll show the plate carrier on his wife.
Mhm.
So if there's one that you're interested in, then you could check out the video that Walsh has done on that plate carrier and see what he says about it. If there's one that pops up to you or in your mind, Walsh.
I'm trying to think. I was looking for this.
I would
comment.
want to ask. Yeah, I would want to ask two questions first. How much money do you have to spend? Like, what's your budget? And how serious is your wife regarding plate carrier stuff? Like, is she going to the range with you, and is she going to be wearing this all the time, or is this just if something pops off, I want to be able to throw something on her type plate
Yeah,
carrier?
that's a good point. Because if it's just you want to go cheap, then LA police gear. But the video that Walsh did on the Aglite, the K19, is that what the model was?
Yeah, that one doesn't go all that small on a woman. Like it barely fit my wife. But
Okay.
the piece that she did like about that, it does have a lot of padding. For women particularly, she complains every time that it smashes her chest because the plates just linearly crush you.
Yeah.
I think there are some plates that exist that are molded particularly for women. The
The
K19
multi-curve
do
one
that?
will work.
Time out. This is
Time
your
out.
signal for this is
Yeah.
This is his signal for that.
for grapes. I'm trying to think of some other really good
Now
ones.
we're all gonna have to change our name like Harry Blogna.
Right. YouTube's like, boo, turn that one off.
Hello.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm coffee face.
There you go.
Hey, but like with Joe and Jason, and I'm not Jason and Walsh were saying, but if price, if money's not an option or not something to be concerned about, any one that's going to fit your plates is fine. But just know that you can get different size cummerbunds. Now that the cummerbund and the adjustment in the shoulders is where you got to look at. So if you find a plate carrier that has good adjustments in the shoulder,
Yeah.
and then you can get a smaller cummerbund if that's what you need. So
And I'll
just be
say
aware of that.
say this too. I was going to talk about this at the end of the show anyway, but I reached out to LA Police Gear, and I really like their company. I think they have a lot of good stuff, a lot of name brand stuff, and their brand stuff, and their pricing really good. So I reached out to them. I needed a new pair of Rocky boots anyway, and I said, "Hey, I'm really digging the minimalistic type plate carrier because I'm running in them and stuff, and I want to focus on speed over how much stuff that I can carry." And they have this one that is designed to go under clothing. I wouldn't wear it under. I'm not going to wear mine under clothing, but I like it because it's so small and compact, and it has Velcro,
Can we get it?
so you can change the size. Yeah, you have one.
Yeah, I got
So
one.
I'm actually getting one from LA Police Gear, so I can review that. But you might want to look into that one because that's a smaller rig anyway. It fits a full size plate, but it's a smaller rig, and I think it's like $80.
And I think it's called their low vis.
Yeah,
carrier.
low vis. That's what it is. Yep, and the side panels, the cummerbund, it has built-in mag pouches. So if she wanted to run 4 mag pouches, I mean, drawing a mag from underneath here, not the best, but at least.
But she could carry them for you too.
Yep.
Joe, I don't know where you put it.
You don't know
He
where I
said
put
Joe.
it?
Yeah.
Wait, while you hold on, Walsh. While you're walking up, turn around.
Wow.
Oh,
Look at that.
fancy shirts.
You like some merch? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find this thing. It's somewhere. How many plate carriers can there be?
He's got like 17 of them.
So anyway, yeah, I'm getting a few things from LA Police Gear, and then really exciting news. I'm excited about it, but I caught a bug. I wanted to buy a handgun. You guys know I did, and I'm trying to work on something for the AREX, so I didn't get that. But I kept seeing all these sale for P80 lowers, and I think P80, their sales have suffered a lot since the whole ATF thing. I'm not scared. Like, I'm not scared of that at all. So their sale has suffered. They're trying to go, put things on sale. They're trying to fight the ATF with legal fee and stuff. So I wanted to support them anyway. And I found a bunch of good sales on a bunch of different parts. Brownell had some really good sales this week for P80 stuff. So I'm going to get an entire P80 build and build out another pistol. And I'm excited for that. I got to find, I'm going to talk to not Jason and Cody and Walsh. I got to find a way to do a video where it doesn't get our channel canceled on YouTube, because you can't show manufacturing or, anything building firearms.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
So this
one's
one's
small.
It's
That
super. It's super cheap. Number one, and lightweight and thin. So this is one of my main carriers that I work out in. Like if I'm just going to throw weight in it, super flexible because it's actually flexible in the cummerbund. The adjustment's stupid easy. I'm really happy. I haven't showed you guys yet the MEPC. That's a really good carrier too, but it's probably overkill. Emergency wear. The day that may never come. The LA Police Gear one. It's like $60. You can use our code TLDCO, save a little bit more. We also have a discount code same discount code for defense mechanisms if you want to use to go that route. But for a female, having seen the majority of them and the ease of adjustability, I would go either this low vis one from LA Police Gear or the MEPC for a female. Particularly
So
if you
focus on that
shoulder.
shoulder strap. Let's see that kind of close up. So it's
What?
got. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I like this too because these means you can put a placard in at any height or not, or put a PTT. Like this looks dumb, but it's really smart once you actually want to connect up your stuff to it.
I
So
have
how
that
does the
exact
shoulder
same
strap-
one on the way.
How does that adjust?
Oh, it's just Velcro. So you just take the cover
Okay.
off and then you just disconnect. It's super easy. And then
Yeah.
the same with the rear cummerbund. You just undo it, and you can just reposition it, and it's just,
Yeah, and so you can even pull them over and overlap them and all that, right?
Yeah.
So there you go, Cameron. For a good, emergency, and your $200 budget, you could put some more of that money into your stash, right?
How
So
much does he have?
$60. He says $200 budget.
yeah.
Oh,
get a
yeah.
nice optic.
Yeah, get that, and then if she wants a placard, if you want to give her a placard and stuff like that, then
It even has a little like hidden drag handle. I mean,
Yeah, you can drag around the house.
I think this was $60 for what this
Just
was.
kidding,
Like,
not Jason.
drag her.
It's my job.
You can't really go wrong with this one. I'll be honest with you. This is a great carrier just to trash. Like I said, I work out in this most of the time. I'll just load up with gear and then just use it for a good workout.
yeah, and then see if she even likes it, because it's hard to spend all that money when you're starting off. So
Put it back
buy
on.
something cheap like that, and then you might have to buy double curved plates. I'm not gonna lie to you. You might have to.
You want them anyway. I'm gonna tell you that. You want them anyway.
Yeah. I mean, he already bought plates, so I don't know what he bought, but
Well, Gen Z he's saying level 4 plates are very heavy for her being smaller, would limit her movement. If you can look at special threat plates, they're 3 pounds lighter per plate. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you
3
already
pound
got
lighter, so they're only 3 pound a piece, because the LA Police Gear level 4s are 6.
They probably are. I think they are like 3 pounds or something bonkers.
but how much of those multi-curve plates they're a little
the
pricey.
Yeah, they get expensive.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you're gonna. I mean, as a female, you're gonna need to do that. So
But like we're saying, get something cheap, get that $60 one, and see
Yeah.
if she likes it. If
And
it's
see if she
something
likes
she
it.
wants,
Exactly, Cody. And if she doesn't like it, and then you can say, what don't you like, and you can start upgrading. And then once she gets her kit all built out and she's happy with it, take that one that you already have and built and throw that in your duffel bag that you keep in your car.
Those
And I will
special
say-
threat plates, though, aren't they like stupid expensive? Because LA
Yeah,
precision
Zach's
plates
saying
are what?
700 per plate.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know.
come on now.
Yeah.
Might as well go with
Hey.
Frass. Just go with Frass at that point, because then it's flexible and it's super light. Just go with
Yeah.
the Safe
Safe
Light
light
Frass.
defense,
Mm-hmm.
the flexible rifle armor. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd agree.
But
If
so
you're
if
paying
you-
$1,400 for 2 plates, just
Yeah.
do the safe light defense, the flexible rifle armor.
May as
Yeah.
well. If you're looking for a placard for your wife, though, I can't recommend more that Defense Mechanisms placard because you could build out whatever she could possibly need. I don't know why you would buy some. Well, I like the HOT Maximus because it's all done and it's $100 and it's just done and you don't have to think about anything else. But that the Defense Mechanisms, again, discount code TLDCO Defense Mechanisms. Build that placard and you could build just what she needs. Probably one pistol, one rifle, and a half zipper pouch and call it a day. That
Right
would be
before
cool.
the show, I ran to the mailbox. Not ran, I drove. But I took off out of the house, drove to the mailbox real quick, came back just to see if I had my DM placard. It wasn't in there, so I pulled it up. It's getting here tomorrow.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I'm excited.
next
I can
week,
see that.
next week I won't be just clips.
Yeah, you're like, I want clips.
And then if my belt will come in, I'll be set, man.
yeah, ever comes in.
Yeah.
So I know
That
Gen
building's
Z's
coming
saying
in.
it's not $700 per plate. I know some of them get to be that high. I think that's the level 4. Like I was looking at the Iridiums, and I know those are 700 per plate. But they were saying also it's 6 pounds total for both plates combined. That's awesome because my level 4s for my Hescos are like 7.8 each. When I go running in those, that is a lesson in awful.
Yeah.
What am I? John's saying I'm spending him money. What are you buying? What am I getting you to buy?
Probably that plate carrier.
Dude,
I'm excited. Like I love that gray ghost. I'm so glad that I got it and that Walsh sent it to me on that crazy sale. What was it? $120?
Yeah, it was like on clearance or something. Just that one
Yeah,
color.
no, I think somebody really messed up because that was at night, like at 9:00 at night, and I checked it at like 5 a.m. the next day because I'm night shift. I checked it at like 5 a.m. and it had gone up to like $240.
Yeah, and so John, yeah, he's bought that defense mechanism placard setup. Trust me, it's fantastic. And yeah, Joe, I remember. I think I sent you guys. I think I even said, I think this is a screw up. You guys may want to buy this. This is like one of the
I was like,
carriers I have.
But
yeah, I was like, it's number 2 on my list. Like it's legit. Cameron, that's something we need to talk about. Is I need to get some more medical kit. People have been asking us to do a video on EDC kits and stuff, and I'm not a pro. I kind of know what I would want, but I'm not a pro at like this is what I use for sticking in armpits. Like,
dude, I have the perfect one, but it's set up by We Like Shooting, not by us.
So not Jason. What's the saying that we go by for our IFACs?
So are you talking about how the medical kits that are on there are for us, not for others?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, mainly what I was looking for is what I need on my kit is things that make holes and things that plug holes.
Yep.
So that's what we're talking about for med kits. And
so for
you can
guys that are. Sorry, go ahead, Cody.
No, go ahead.
So some of the newer guys, that was one of the things I talked about early on in one of the early live chats was my first deployment. I had no idea what I was doing, and one of the sergeants there must have seen the look of idiocy on my face. He comes over, and there's all these pouches that came with our Paraclete. I'm just trying to figure out what to go on there. He comes over and he grabs the AR mag pouches, the pistol mag pouches, and the med kit. And he goes, you want things to make holes and you want things to plug holes. And that's how I set up my kit. I ended up throwing on an admin pouch because I kept the flashlight in there and a pin and sticky notes. And then I had a radio pouch. And that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No bladder pouch, no general purpose pouch. It was just mags, med kit.
Same. A little 6x6, and that was the only thing that didn't make or plug holes. If it didn't fit in that little 6x6, it stayed.
Think about it. For your med kit, like you want things to plug holes. Anything else that you put on top of that, like little Bobo Band-Aids and Neosporin and stuff like that. It weighs, it's got weight to it. So
Yeah, and taking up
consider
room and stuff that you have to fumble through when you're trying to get to the real
Hold
stuff.
up. Could you
Right.
imagine? Could you imagine if there's Neosporin in there and Joe's like laying there dying, and I'm like, just gloobing it in, like, I got you, man. I got you.
Hey, so you
Oh,
laugh,
does that
but
sunburn hurt? Hold on, I have something for it.
Like,
you laugh,
"Bro,
but
are you putting that in my wound? Like, yeah, I put it all in there.
so
Well,
at
if
my
it's good for
deployment
a
training,
sunburn, it's good for a 3rd-degree burn, right?
at my deployment training, I had a person in my squad, and of course, the instructor comes and he's like, "You're dead, you're dead, you're dead," and this person was, one of the people that it was the weak link in the chain, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So he tells this person, "All right, now what are you gonna do? You got 3 of your buddies are down. What are you gonna do?" And so this person, I'm not saying gender, but they're looking around in their kit, and they start pulling out stuff out of their IFAC and out of their magazine, and it was all candy and granola bars and jerky. And so the whole time after that, we called them Lunchbox. That was their nickname after that. And we're like, "Where was all your stuff? Where was your IFAC? Where was your radio?" And they were like, "Oh, I put all my candy in there instead." This is our deployment training. I'm like, "I don't want to go. Where are you going?" "I'm not going there."
Yeah. I need to be on the other end of the country.
Yeah.
Did somebody look over your kit before you left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
But
We had
if
some
you're
pretty
looking
crazy
for
training, though.
if you're looking for medical pouches for a belt, I think Walsh talk about it. I'm not
Which
ahead.
one? The one we
the
made
6x6 that tears it off.
Oh,
Grim
yes.
Grim Hunter.
Grim Hunter Tactical. We made one with them. I worked with them making a pouch that I still really love. Really, when this channel first started going off, but you connect into your belt. You could put on a plate carrier too, and it has a flap on it, so you can hold a tourniquet on the top, and then also you could put your pens or your whatever it's your stupid tactical
Markers.
crap on the outside.
Permanent
And
markers.
yeah, permanent markers. And you can open it and you can take off the 6x6. So it keeps it contained. It's not like some of those other kits, when you jump around a bunch, they just spill out. So it keeps it contained, and you open it and then you can peel it off. So you can hand it off to somebody, or you can set it down next to you and start working from it.
Yeah.
A lot of times I see these kits that just like accordion out, and you're if you think you're going to be able to do stuff and then work in that's just not a good workspace. Or you need to hand it to somebody and it's stuck to you. And now I couldn't imagine Joe like working out of my kit. I'm trying to like cover for him, and he's like, "Bro, lift your elbow back. Shut up."
Yeah. Or like it's even on like a dummy cord, and then I have to take 2 steps to the right to actually like give suppressive fire, and I just rip the whole kit away from you. Like just the stuff
I still need that.
And a lot of times when you're trying to get to your first aid kit, it's because something has gone terribly bad, right? So you might not have your right arm anymore. Like you have to be able to get to it with your left. And if it's over here on the side and you're trying to pull out individual things while in that much pain and just a nub right here trying to get to your tourniquet, like that 6x6 that have Velcro and clips in, it doesn't come off. It doesn't fall off. No matter what I done to it, it does not fall off. I have it. You want me to grab it, Wolf?
Yeah, but everybody also talks about this little sleeve that I have. Another thing you don't want to do, and I have it done in one of my pouches, and I shouldn't do this. Don't jam everything in there, because then when you need something, you're just going to confetti it, and everything's going to go everywhere. You need it to be. I don't have it near me. There's a nice Grim Hunter one also that it pulls out and it fillets open, and it has all your different pieces. That's fine. Having an insert, having a way to organize it all. Don't have it all just bumbled in a pouch. Oh yeah, there you go. Do you have yours actually with a kit with anything in it?
No, I took everything. I have 2 different kits that.
But you
I
have
keep
the
in
little
my
inner
vehicle.
pouch, right?
Yeah. So here's the
IFAC.
elastic for the tourniquet. Here's all the little markers, chem light, whatever you want to put in there. So there's this clip that keeps it all together. You undo the clip and the flap folds up, and then it velcroed onto here.
Yeah.
So now the 6x6 removes, and you can bring it into your workspace. So now
So-
it's right here in front of me, where I'm getting stuff out or doing whatever.
And like it's all nicely organized. I mean, you can open up and be like, oh, there's pens. Why I have this? I don't know, but it's in there. It got put in there. Don't
And I would
use
say-
don't use the needle if you don't know how to use it. That's like illegal.
Exactly.
You go to
I
jail for
was
that.
about to say that. So I'll say this: if you don't need nasal, what is it called? Not Jason.
Nasopharyngeal airway. So actually,
Yes.
I've had to use those a lot from things with my kiddo, so I can use them. They're not
Right.
that scary.
You can use them.
You've trained with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Is the point.
Some people don't, right? And it's your IFAC. If you're going to be carrying this, it should be cut to your length, nobody else's. But like decompression needles, raise your hand if you've been trained in what rib to go underneath for decompression. Raise your hand if you feel confident decompressing somebody in chest. I'm not putting that in my kit, dude. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting it in my kit.
Hey,
I'm going to
so-
have tape, and I always have cards and stuff on me,
Well, I
like
think-
a chest seal.
Yeah.
Chest seal half the time don't even work. There's blood all over it. There's crap all over the place.
I
Put
think
your
it's
hand
important
on the
to-
chest seal.
You do some research though on like what the Red Cross shows. They talk about deaths that occur that are preventable deaths, and of that, I want to say it's close to 70% of deaths that occur that are preventable. It's from blood loss.
Yep.
So you get
Yeah.
stuff like combat gauze, you get some gauze rolls, or Israeli bandages, something like that to stop blood loss.
Yep.
And then I think the next thing is like, I think you would need a chest seal, but you're talking about less than 20%. So if I had to build an IFAC, I would have a tourniquet and some type of like combat gauze,
Yeah,
and that would, and maybe a wrap. That would be
Let me
the
go
only
into,
thing I
like-
would put in my IFAC.
And I'd have a makeshift tourniquet too. So those, they come in rolls. If you go to physical therapy, you can get them for free. But those weight
Yeah, the
resistant
stretchy bands.
bands? Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
things are so easy to make a tourniquet out of. And you could roll them up super small and put like 6 of them in there.
Yeah, they actually make one. It's called a SWAT T tourniquet.
Mhm. Some people hate those.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and one thing Jason's talking about too, and some of this stuff goes in some of the classes. It's just important to know, if you're going to stop blood loss on a limb tourniquet, right?
Mhm.
You start to get into the joints and the body. There's no way you can tourniquet my shoulder. So you start to pack those. And then when you get into the chest, you seal them. So like, think of it as like 3 different places. You have to seal the chest, pack the joints, I guess, whatever that is, and then tourniquet the limbs. Not your head though. Don't tourniquet your head.
I had an
This-
instructor.
Okay.
Sorry. I was going to say I had an instructor that he got into a firefight. This was in Savannah, and took a round to the leg, but had no idea that it happened because his adrenaline was kicking off, and so they ended up putting the guy down. And by that time, like the cavalry had arrived, and his supervisor, who he hated, was like, "Oh my gosh, you're shot." He looks down and he sees a hole in his leg, and he was like, "Oh yeah." Huh. And his supervisor freaked out. So there's another cop that's going, "Someone get a tourniquet, put a tourniquet on this thing." And he's going, How about some direct pressure? Let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
try that
You
first.
could tone it. Yeah, of course. If it's spraying blood out, that's one thing. If it's just like, oh, dude, are you okay? Like, oh my god, I didn't
Yeah.
know this. Deal with it in the appropriate level. So I want to show this one too. Joe showed that one first aid kit. Somebody we got on first aid kit chat. This is that sleeve that I don't know where it came from. I'm trying to get defense mechanisms. Actually, this one came from T-Rex, but you can't buy just this sleeve. So I'm trying to get defense mechanisms to make something like this. This is what I use in my dangler pouches. So I could just, undo, like Joe talked about, undo one side of the zipper, grab it by this loose end that's sticking out, and then just pull out the IFAC, and I can deal with whatever with one hand, or I can like just hand it off to Cody, and I'm like, hey, deal with these, down whoever. Here's an entire IFAC I had available in a predisposed kit. So just keep it organized and clean. If it was just a whole handful of crap I handed to him, he would probably yell at me later.
But also, don't let when you need that stuff be the first time that you've seen it, or
somebody's
that
talking
you've opened a package, or
somebody put, how many times have you seen an IFAC that's on the kid that never broke open? Like,
Yeah. But I mean,
Just-
even some of I'm guilty of it, and I think you are too, Walsh. Like even some of the stuff that you're showing right now is bobo, like Cody would say. Anything in those plastic shrink wraps, get that open with one hand, go.
Okay,
Or
true.
bloody.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
No, I'll give you that. And
Yeah,
and there's part of it like you do want to have it open so it's accessible, but you also don't want it to get nastified and not sterile.
No.
So yeah,
It's
you
all
kinda
sterile.
have-
Yeah.
you have to kind of walk both lines.
So
with
if here's the thing, if you're going out and spending $300 on an IFAC, you're gonna try to keep it like that. You're gonna try to keep it all nice and all like everything in it wrapping, and you're gonna look at things and be like, oh man, I don't really want to use my IFAC for this. Maybe just a shirt will work. For like you're driving down the road and there was somebody involved in a car crash. Like you don't want to break out your $300 IFAC and rip it open. So what Jason's saying and what I'm saying is get something like this and go to Walmart and stock it up. Put like six tourniquets in there for other people. Put your your cat tourniquet, put that up here, and I would have one in a cargo pocket or somewhere else too that I can get to it. But make this kit as cheap as possible from just like Walmart stuff. If you want to go out and spend some money for combat gauze, do that. But then you don't care. Like if you use it, you don't care. You're out $5 and you don't care.
Yeah.
But anyway.
One more thing. So I'm actually doing a video tomorrow.
But just do some research. Any of that, the combat
That's true.
gauze or
Put
or
duct
stuff
tape in your IFAC.
like that. Just if you've never had training, just do some research before you actually need that stuff and you're not sure how to use it. That's all I'm really recommending.
So fair point. If I could jump in real quick, Walsh, on what Cody was saying. So we had an operation Tuesday. We had a warrant that we were doing Tuesday, and I had this new IFAC that I was testing out on my belt. And it wasn't until the day of the warrant that I get in the car and I sit down and I'm like, oh, this is not comfy. So the whole time I'm kind of like driving out to this warrant location with this thing digging into my back. And I just thought, as soon as I got home, I took it off the belt, went back to the Grim Hunter Tactical, and off to the races. But actually,
that was probably all you were thinking
it.
about
That's
at that
exactly
moment,
what you're
right?
talking about. Yep. Like I wish I would have done this before I sat down in this car.
So, and one new thing I'm going to show you guys on a video tomorrow, and I think Joe is really going to love this. This is just called a Raptor Adapter from Guardian Warrior Solutions. It's just like a dude. It's just like some guy, like it's just like me or Cody, or it's just some guy, and he's awesome. I'm trying to help him out, and he's got a really good product. And you can connect any Molly item onto a tech lock. So what's really cool about this tech lock is what I do is if you put this on enough of your items, you could just do your entire belt like this. So you could have your pistol mags or your rifle mag or whatever done like this. But what's awesome is you could just pop it off. And let's say Joe's like, hey, Walsh, let's go for a hike. Grab your IFAC. Like, okay. And I could connect it into that same, what is this, Blue Alpha Gear inner EDC belt. It'll just connect into that. So I could just put it on my back, connect it into my belt, just a regular everyday belt. And this was just thrown in the car. Now we have it with us. And then if you need to, you can reconnect it back into your battle belt. I'm really surprised.
It's like the Safariland QOS system for the holster, only for all your pouches.
For all your pouches. Then think of that from all your pistol pouches. Like I kind of talk about in the video, Joe, kind of like, hey, Joe, you want to run the 308? Here's a 308 mag. And you just flip. Here we go. Now I'm loaded out on my battle belt for 308 mags. So it's pretty cool. So I'll show you guys.
What's crazy, and right after you mentioned that, I noticed that Safariland making something like that too.
No, I bet they are. I think like this one, the owner of this company did a really smart thing, and I think people are realizing there's a lot of money to be made because nobody wants to buy. Because you can also put them sideways. Like let's say you mounted the tech lock sideways, and you want to have a sideways medical pouch. You still have the same adapter in the same pouch, and you didn't have to spend another $50 where someone's trying to rip you off just for a sideways pouch. So
yeah, crazy.
Sweet.
Oh, 12 Bravo. I'm gonna add on that because me and Cody did this. We buy Circ Gen 2s off eBay, and don't get too upset about the expiration date because if you buy a Circ Gen 2, it comes with like 2 Cat 5 tourniquets, all this crazy stuff, and only one item in that expires, and that's the actual like the clotting stuff, which you can buy for like $20. So you can usually get a $150, $180 kit for like $60. The 2 tourniquets cost $60.
Mhm.
And if it's already expired, who cares? Just throw out that quick clot and then just get another one. Take the whole kit, open the kit anyway, and throw that one out, get a new one. And you
And
spent
I
no
wouldn't
money.
use quick clot anyway,
No.
man.
Yeah.
Like, just get combat gauze. Replace that with combat gauze, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. But that's the only piece. When it expires, like the tourniquet's not expiring, the gauzes aren't expiring, the bandages aren't expiring. Like,
And are you gonna
nail
care? Like, are you gonna care? If I forgot my IFAK and my arm's missing, am I gonna care that Wallstrom putting something on me that expired?
Wait.
Like, I eat food willingly that says it expired,
I'm gonna be like, I think that med kit's expired.
right? I think that gauze is expired.
My pizza pockets are a week old.
All right, Cody. I think we're at our number though. Are we out of time?
Let's go around the house. Walsh, you got anything coming up this week?
So this is I make a lot of people mad. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad on Sunday. I showed everybody a bit of the sneak peek of the video for Sunday. Tomorrow though will be the Guardian Warrior Solutions. I snuck in 2, so we're gonna do that one. It's a shorty one on Friday, and then on Sunday, for some reason, you nutheads wanted to see my plate carrier loadouts. I'm the only one who's never been deployed, who's never done anything actually in the field, but everyone wants to see how I have these things set up. So fine. I kind of went to a active citizen, kind of how I have them set up, not really militarized, because the thought process behind it is like, I'm probably going to work with other citizens until I meet up with Joe and Cody and Jason, until I finally get to them. And their level of gear will be from 0 to ridiculous. So you kind of have to play those variables in. So I kind of show you how my kit's set up. It's just weird that you guys would want to see my kit set up, but I shared it anyway. So that'll be on Sundays, but hopefully you can glean something. But the thing to remember is that's my mission set, and you should build to your mission set, not to mine. But either way, I'm going to share it with you. It's a super funny video, and I do a lot of stuff to hurt a lot of people, and I think everyone's going to enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
But I think the key takeaway, and something that we say almost every video, is mission dictate.
Yep, that one.
Mission
Gear.
dictates gear. English.
Yeah. And I kind of talk about it a little bit, because I talk about how one of them is a go fast setup, one's go long. Depending on what we're going to do, we're going to grab different stuff. So I'd talk about that a little bit. But yeah.
All right, Josiah.
I don't have anything immediately. Like I said, I'm going to be doing that P80 build, but that won't be for. I mean, one of the pieces are on back order anyway, so that won't be for a while. I want to throw in, for my time, I want to throw in that all of the company that we just mentioned, the Grim Hunter Tactical, LA Police Gear, who else did we mention?
Defense Mechanism.
We have discount for all of those. So if you're going to order something, please just go on our website and find our discounts. It saves you money. And even if you're like, oh, well, it's only $10, it lets them know that we sent you. So maybe somewhere in the future, they'll be like, oh, here's something to review because you guys have sent us so many customers. Because right now, like my placard, I paid just like you would. I paid all the money. I used our discount code and saved like $20, and now it's coming from Defense Mechanism. So help us out. Use our discount codes and save a little bit of money in the meantime.
Yeah, it gives us a little more wasta when we go to a new company and we're like, hey, this is who we are. And if we could say, hey, we bring, a couple $1,000s to other companies that we work with, a lot of times, we don't get told no as often. So we do appreciate any little support you guys can give us, and we try to give it back. All right, not Jason. I know you've been missing a little while, but you got anything
my first time here.
You got planned?
I don't know if I've mentioned that.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't have anything planned right now. There are things in the works, but we're talking about, I don't know, a month down the road or 2 months down the road.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I think we got our little situation figured out. We got 2 guys in masks. I'm sure that's gonna. Probably when new people are showing up, they're probably curious, but
Right?
hopefully we won't have to explain.
You got two guys in masks, you got people sitting around in kit and plate carriers and stuff. Like, this has turned into such a
What?
ridiculous show.
You're like,
Yeah.
what did I find?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like,
It's like, is
no,
this-
they look at this and they're like, I'm not going to listen to a single word the idiots have to say. I get it. I would think the same thing. So,
Thanks
Is
to
this
Galen
the
Tong.
view at night? Anyway,
Yeah.
you guys know I don't have anything planned. Still waiting on the old yak. It'll probably get here when it's snowing outside.
Mm.
But
Cody
Well-
needs to do that rifle because I don't know how
Oh
many
my
times we've been
God.
asked.
Cody,
The-
you're
You
killing me.
love that gun. You love that gun, and you're like, oh, it's my favorite gun, and all the other stuff, but you won't do a quick video on it.
Because there's 1,000 videos. I
Dumb,
will
they want-
be introduced.
There's 1,000 videos about plate carriers, and people want to hear what I have to say. I want you to share what you have to say. You love that. You're super excited about that thing. I don't dislike it, but you love that.
I'm also excited about my 9mm AR too.
Then do both of them in one video.
Yeah.
So
TLD.
I do have some time. I just got to get. I'm gonna get with Walsh. We'll do the plate carrier build out
Oh yeah.
for Fat Guys video. We'll do the 9mm AR, the Ruger PCC. What else do I owe you?
That's it, I think.
No, there was
That's it.
something else that we were gonna do. What was the other me and you were talking about doing like this week? I think it was it flashlights? I don't know. Oh, Caleb F. Welcome. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm new here, and the mask and plate carriers are welcome. Like,
Thanks, buddy. Hey,
Hey,
since you're
Caleb,
new here,
welcome.
I'm gonna say that we didn't used to wear them, but a lot of the viewers like LARPing in their stuff, and it gives them an excuse. So
Yeah.
we all
True.
sit around, including viewers, sit around in our plate carriers. It's a good way to test stuff out. Like,
Yeah.
my back's killing me right now. I don't know why.
I'm
I didn't
sure.
do anything different, but my back's killing me today with this thing.
Because you're sitting straight up.
Yeah, I don't know
so
what it is.
last one, Cody. Again, big thanks to Galen Tong. Don't forget, everyone, on the 18th, we're gonna come on the live chat. We're gonna talk on here. We're gonna talk for an hour, and that at the 1 hour mark, we'll spin the wheel. I'll put everybody's name in as we're talking, and that prize will be the Primary Arms MD25. Actually, I don't know if it's ACS or the red dot. Let me find out. Let me see which one it is. And there is an Olight sale going on right now. They have the new Olight Warrior 3. I've been playing with it a little bit. It seems pretty cool. It's stupidly
Bleh.
2,300 lumens or something crazy.
Bleh.
So
Says the guy that paints stuff.
you want me to get the
Just
ugly one? Do
paint it.
you want to
Just
see
paint
it?
Dude, no.
Hold on.
Olight, like I put Olight on a pedestal sometimes because of the
Yes.
Odin Mini.
Yeah.
And this it's like they're, so we had always said that they're a Chinese flashlight company that actually had good quality stuff for a cheaper price. And this stuff looks like poor quality. I haven't touched it, I haven't held it, but the mount
nice.
the mount that puts that on a gun, there's no way I would
No.
ever use that.
No, I got an Odin Works one that I would have to. It's just not the accessories they're putting with these things are not acceptable. But this looks like a Jackson Pollock. Like my wife's like, look like they just splattered paint all over it. Like, yeah, it's really shiny.
I don't even mind that. To me, it's the mount.
It's just a bigger version of this one. This is a
that's the
Warrior Mini.
That's the Mini too, isn't it? Yeah.
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 I'll stick with the Odins. Those things are bulletproof, literally bulletproof.
One thing that is cool. Oh,
I have it over there.
So, but I can't. It's not on right now. But on the actual the new Olights, they have this thingy where I'll just show you, just because you can see it, because you're probably not going to see it in person unless you actually like watch some other person's video.
Everybody's waiting for us to leave.
Well, yeah, they're like, we're trying to go to bed. Like everyone's slowly trickling out, super fast. So I thought this was kind of neat. On the actual thing now, it shows you the battery level and then your actual your light, like which light mode you had selected. So if you hold it down, and it'll say like mode 1 or mode 2 in theory. You get the idea.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Just
so
put it on a better mount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
All right.
Cool.
So that was it. Live chat on Thursday night at 8:30 Central Time. We'll be back next Thursday, same time, same bat channel, and we'll hopefully have not Jason again. He'll be back.
Yay!
I'm not sure he's somewhere,
He
but
gone.
appreciate you guys coming out. There was a good crowd tonight. I think we were up at like 24 people at one point. I think hopefully we'll see if we can get a hold of our winner and get that thing out. And I'm looking forward to the next giveaway. And hopefully there'll be more products and things like that we can give away in the future. But stay tuned. Come next week. Like I always try to say, take care of yourself, take care of your families, be nice to one another, and we'll see you next week. See you later.
I'm gonna pay my family member to be on that live chat.
There you go.
That's not allowed.
Yeah,
Later, everyone. Have a good one.
Walsh never
Yeah,
knows the
it is.
difference anyways. He's like, I don't know
Right?
who these people are.
Yeah, you thought my daughter was what's the name
random-
daughter, so it'll be fine.
I don't
All right.
know the difference. All right.
See you guys later.